Alright, hello and welcome back to Journey's Quest, or Journey's Journey, I suppose. So last time we actually got really lucky and we kind of picked the first big pack that we thought we saw. And we immediately took out the alpha or breeding female. And we actually managed to take her place pretty easily. It just took a little bit of time. But after we met the lead male, he decided to accept us, and now we have an instant family. And as you can see, we chose pretty well in the sense that I think we got a pretty big pack right off the bat. So I named everybody after a certain series that I've been a little bit obsessed with lately. Not all of the names are necessarily chronological in any sense, but I look forward to getting to know the pack a little bit better. And if we do have any ideas for a name theme, I suppose, moving forward, then I would be happy to rename the pups and the pack accordingly. But I kind of thought it could be interesting to just get a little bit different names. At least for this first little bit here, just to kind of showcase, different pack, different traditions, different naming structures. So, we're still trying to earn some trust here. This definitely seems to be a pack of loners, maybe a little bit more towards the lazy side, but that's okay. We're still allowing them to get a little bit better into shape, just because everybody was hurt and injured when I got here. But now everybody's bellies are pretty much full and we just need to teach the pups of the year how to hunt. Journey finds herself as one leader of the Radiant Pack, one of the larger packs that dwells on Hellroaring Mountain. This pack has been followed by researchers for some time, and so all individuals are both numbered and named for their personalities, coats, and virtues. But in a pack that prizes bonds, can a new, unforgiving female truly be welcomed? She has a strong beginning, spending some time playing and bonding with her new family before she sets off to claim unmarked land. She'll have to set a rigorous pace to get the prime spots peacefully, and instinctively, she does so. This is pretty cool. I'm actually going to mark this on the map, just so I can maybe come back and actually pick that up whenever we get a den. As a disclaimer, like Journey, I'm pretty new to Hellroaring, so I don't actually really know too much about where herd spawns are. I don't know really much of anything about where dens are. So we are actually just going based strictly off about how I know things to work. Journey rallies constantly, both boosting the morale of the pack while also serving to let the other local wolves know that she's in charge of these hills now. This is also a very cool skull. I never would have thought that the bull moose would have been pretty much the same size as the bull elk, but that's pretty neat, and hopefully we can come back for both of those at a different season. The pack encounters a lone dispersal female and soon sent her off. This is a good sign that the Radiant Pack accepts Journey's new position. Get out of here. This is my pack now. Okay, it took me a little while to find where to change the pack name, but I also renamed us to the Radiant Pack, at least for now. Journey pushes exhaustion to try to claim the most land, but in the fall and winter, a lot can change with the pack's territory very quickly. Oh goodness. Okay, a lot has changed while we slept. One time, mind you. I was coming into the center to try and claim as much of this middle section here as I could. And a new pack, the Lupine Creek, has almost completely consumed the Cottonwood Creek. And we haven't really met anybody from another pack, so I don't know if Cottonwood Creek is just gone, or what. What I do know is we're getting hungry. Oop, elk scent. Journey helps the pack to identify a sizable but weakened cow elk. The pack takes turn grabbing the cow by her legs to slow her down in the snow. When she becomes too weak to flee, the older, more experienced members go for more damaging bites to the elk's throat and shoulders. Journey contributes to the takedown, but allows the pups an opportunity to lead. Cooperating, the pack takes the elk down together, and they all eat their fill. But the pack must tread carefully. They're on another pack's land now. Pretty much just tried to hang back a little bit there, let some of the pups get some experience, and some of them definitely got kicked, but they're fine. Rock is the worst off. This is the issue with the loner wolves, is that they all just pull off meat chunks and degrade the elk that much quicker when we really didn't have to. Gosh, I need so much experience. Despite their exhaustion and one of the pups being weakened from the hunt, the Radiant pack heads northeast to confront intruders to their territory. No trespass will be readily ignored. Play bodyguard a little bit, but no one's taking our territory away from us, so off we get. And hopefully we get there in time, because frankly, I don't know if this is like all the way up here or if it's like this one. I really don't. So I guess I'll see you guys whenever we do get there. Yeah, I think they're all the way up in this one, which means that's going to be an utter pain in the rear to try and get to. But we're doing our best. The journey is long, but the Radiant pack is met with only 3 interlopers. After some tense posturing, Journey takes the first bite. While the others are reluctant to come to blows, the warning is enough and the trespassers flee. The pack rallies in celebration. And we drove them away. Only 3 wolves making all that ruckus. To Journey's embarrassment, her attack was hasty. The group was only of dispersals who were not seeking to take her territory. Or, well, I thought it was them. Turns out we just have a lot of intruders. That's a lot of wolves. Journey finally encounters the rival pack. She howls to boost the morale of her pack, but they seem reluctant to come to any blows. All the same, the rival pack soon descends on the snowy plain and all becomes chaos. Journey is shrewd, initially targeting the weakest pup of the rival pack in the hopes to end a future threat and the altercation. However, the pack's own pups are also weak, and so she soon becomes more defensive, helping the weakest pups while conserving her own strength. Back off the little one. The fight is long and bloody, resulting in several injuries. But finally, the Radiant Pack prevails. Okay, now that that's done, I really can't let a pack get that big. So, who's going to be the unlucky victim? Rock, you need to be the one to back off. Despite Lupine Creek's retreat, her own exhaustion, and the pup's weakness, Journey pursues 1611M, biting him until he no longer moves. It is a brutal but efficient way to weaken the rival pack in the coming years. Lupine Creek does not seem happy at the loss of their pup on their own territory, but do not have the heart to confront the Radiant Pack again. Okay, unfortunately that took up way too much time and wakefulness to get up there, fight everybody off, and take out the pups, so now we just have to sleep, and now we're probably gonna have to be fighting tooth and nail to get more territory from the others. It stinks, it is what it is. I'm gonna try and let them battle out some of it for themselves, just so we can then come along and beat them up. But we're gonna try and prioritize connecting in at least this little bit of territory here if we can. How well we can do that is gonna be up for debate. Also, we're definitely not gonna get that precocious pups achievement anytime soon with this. These guys are so far behind. I've got an accurate Iron Wolf run going elsewhere, and bluntly, those guys are usually between 90 and 100% done by the time they're at the 68-pound mark. So the fact that these guys are at the 70-pound mark and are barely hitting like 68% done on their experience is frankly just kind of crazy to me. But c'est la vie. We'll run a tighter ship than their last mom did. And they should all just be grateful that we're going to be so kind to them as to treat them like our little soldiers. All in the sake of getting the best territory, the biggest territory, and the biggest pack. Just as a note too, I am going to be trying to, we'll see how well it actually turns out. But I'm gonna be trying to take out at least one wolf pack member that attacks us, you know, just like, okay, you guys chose to attack us, so now one of you is not going to survive, and or take over one hex of their territory thereafter. So fun fact, if you just target a hare and kind of run after it a while, sometimes your mate and older pups will allow your pups of the year a chance to get the rabbit, and it's usually, it's not like an extreme amount of experience by any means, but it's usually a couple % of experience for basically no cost because rabbits can't hurt you. It's just a little bit of extra time out of the way. So I like to just target a rabbit and kind of chase it around till somebody in a pack deems to actually take it. And motivation definitely tends to spike as hunger does, so they'll usually be a little bit more eager to throw hands when they're hungry and a little bit less eager when they're tired. We're not gonna fight a Wolverine for nothing. Oh. Perhaps seeking to take advantage of the Radiant Pack's exhaustion and injuries, the Geode Pack intrudes. But this time, the rival wolves only seek one thing: blood. Is it the same pack? No, looks like it's gonna be Geode. Looks like this is also gonna be a big pack. Great. There is no posturing on this battlefield, only devastation. Journey employs the same tactics as before, keeping a careful eye on the bold, but injured Rock. Well, in for a pinch here. This is gonna be one way for the pups to get some experience. Just need to make sure it's not gonna be Rock that pays for it. Because I think they're all gonna be targeting him. Kind of also just generally trying to take some of their fire, too. But this is just chaos. Can you guys get out of here, maybe? After an extended skirmish, the Radiant Pack's pups are close to death and almost all of its members injured. Perhaps sensing the pack's weakness, the Geode Pack is reluctant to retreat, even while sustaining many of its own injuries. Rock isn't looking good, Adeline isn't looking good. Where are both of those guys? But eventually they do. That was rough. Yeah, it's at least one way for them to get some experience, I guess. Well, gonna try and remain true to my word here. Who is a pup of the year? Rock, you two need to not be the ones doing this. As before, Journey takes off after the retreating pack and targets one of its weakest members, a pup of the year. If she can successfully eliminate them, that will reduce future competition against her own pack. This time, she is joined by some of the pups and subordinates who are rapidly learning her ruthless ways. Teft is so bloodthirsty, I love it. As Journey catches up, however, she realizes she has actually targeted an older male. She presses her advantage all the same. I think this is actually a pack leader I ended up targeting, but he was the weakest, and I think this will drive the point home a little bit more, maybe not to mess with us. It is a long and brutal battle, but Journey eventually gets revenge against the Geode Pack, felling their member. This is the most painful season. I actually really enjoy Young Hunters usually, but just trying to start off as a pack with such an intense challenge on such a big map, it's just really, really daunting. And these guys are so bold. Adeline, Rock, you guys better not go attack that cougar. So it's just actually kind of daunting. And we're gonna be sleep deprived and injured as crap, and we're gonna have to fight off a bunch of wolves all of the time. So I'm really not looking forward to that point of it. But in all honesty, even on accurate, if you can just sleep on a full belly a time or two, then you can actually heal up pretty dang quick. So wakefulness and health are like some of your more important resources in that capacity. Because wakefulness is going to influence stamina and damage directly. And obviously health in some capacities as well. We're hurting a lot right now, but even for Rock, who's at that low of a percentage, it's nothing that a sleep or two on a full belly won't fix. So I'm just gonna try and grab what I can here, hopefully without any more bloodshed, because I'm really getting sick and tired of bloodshed. And then I'm gonna go try and get back to that elk carcass and hope that there's no bear on it. Regardless of what happens there, we're just gonna frankly be kind of done, and then we're just gonna sleep up to full and come what may. We're not gonna fend off anybody or attack anybody directly until we're at full wakefulness. And even then, our next priority is going to be hunting by that point. So it's going to be quite a grind. There's nothing we can do about it, though. Wintertime is kind of the worst time as a whole for reasons like that anyway. And when we're starting off in a big pack with a bunch of other big packs, it's just going to be bloodshed central. That is, do not. That is partially why I'm also trying to thin out some of the other packs' numbers, just because, like, yeah, it hurts now, but it's gonna hurt more later. Several female dispersals, attracted to the howls, approach the group looking to take a mate. They aren't very welcome. Alright, so they are female. Obviously, all of our pups of the year are not going to be courted. And that means Shallon is safe. Lift is safe. So they're coming for our windrunners, I guess. I did not realize I had it set up like that. Okay, well, you guys can stay and be courted. It is cute, I will agree, but I'm hungry and I'm tired and therefore cranky. You guys are really gonna throw hands with us at this point. Truna ignores them, hoping to move on, but runs into a couple of male dispersals interested in the females and willing to brawl over it. There's like a million of us and 2 of you. They can probably tell that we're hurt, though. Trying to get the hurt pups to back off a bit. Did you guys really think this was a fight you were gonna win? Yeah. That's right. I don't know why. If I hadn't been as exhausted and hurt, I would have probably escalated that too. But we're pretty hurt and tired. I literally just want to get back to the cell carcass so we can be done and sleep. Yes, Rock, that is something you can do. Good job, bud. Take it with you. Maybe then you'll be a little bit less inclined to get into some trouble. Please have there be nothing on the carcass, because I don't even think we can take, like, a couple coyotes that get aggressive. Alright, I'll take a little food, but I want the pups to try and get as much of that as they can in their bellies. But I think Teft is just going to be fat and consume it all. Oh well. Not much for it. Like I said, we'll just sleep up. Try and get everybody to wherever they can be. And hope the territory doesn't take too big a hit. Honestly, that's really all we can do a bit there. I love how in sync that was. We're just gonna sleep. I know everyone's hungry. I know everyone's hurt. We're just gonna sleep. That gives us the best shot we've got, and then we're gonna hunt. And hope that there's elk nearby, because this is a big map and I really don't want to have to be searching around to find them. Oof, yeah, we need to go. Kind of frankly, the very first thing we find is what's gonna get got. If that's mule deer, then cool. If it's elk, then cool. If it's a bunny, we are giving it to the hungriest pup. Jazz, no, that's you. Take this, please. No. Jazz, no, you take that. Good girl. I don't think that'll be enough to get her out of the red. It was, okay. Excellent. In that case, we can do the same for the other one. Which is Syl. This is yours, Syl. Nope. Syl, this is yours. We are too late. All right. We are going to ignore that for now. Just because we're starving to death, and I'd really rather not deal with that sort of thing. Okay. You take this. You take this. That is one thing I genuinely don't like, is that the other pups and the adults will just be like, oh, I'm at 50% and you're literally starving to death. Too bad. This is mine. All right, well, back to plan A, and that is mule deer. We're just gonna try and do this quick. It's not ideal, but it beats having a pup starve to death, because that's honestly the roughest part. And in my experience, it's actually usually rougher now than it is in starvation season sometimes when you get to pack big enough. So yeah, it stinks. It is what it is. Dang, Rock. Come on, guys. We need to do this for the pups that are starving. Journey prioritizes hunting over defending her territory, but she still takes a step back during the process, so some of the pups can get some of the experience. I am claiming a chunk just to make sure that the pups that are starving actually get a piece, because they don't always. Case in point being this. Oh my gosh, guys, seriously? You take that. Thank you. All right, here we go. Round 2. Who's slowest? I think it's you. We're gonna wipe out this entire little herd of deer, I think. Need someone who's not the injured pups to also help out. Okay, I think I got in range enough for Rock to actually back off. Just gonna wolf a little bit more periodically. Let's make sure the pups try and get as much as they can. Yeah, Rock is definitely hurting. I wish we could get an elk. I just honestly don't trust the RNG to work with us and actually spawn one in a timely fashion. Although we are going way too quick through these mule deer. I don't think we can really comfortably sleep just yet. Dalinar, can you let some of your pups actually get food? You're not being a best father. Alright, ladies, round 3. Alright, cool. Well, just making sure to woof periodically so the pups that are actually hurt don't jump in needlessly. Looking at you, Adeline. This is so rough. Despite their 3rd kill of mule deer in as many hours, the pack is still hungry and their territory is still under attack. Okay. I'm not gonna be going over to the invading hex just because, again, hunger versus wakefulness versus everything else, it's just really not worth it. So in exchange / in penalty, I'm gonna claim 3 hexes here via whatever means possible. And that should offset, frankly, anything they try to do up there. Does that kind of sink? Yeah. Is it maybe working the system a bit? Perhaps, but I think that is honestly the best course of action to save us on some time too. Because it's not really worth it to go, like, genuinely a day plus out of our way just to save 1 hex. So I'm just gonna grab a couple of hexes here, and we're gonna pass out again. And if I can catch some bunnies, or if I can catch something that's worth our time, I won't say no, because I'm hungry. Don't growl at me. I made sure all of you ungrateful little pups got fed. A very little reward to myself, mind you. Alright, 1 more hex and then we can sleep. I'm gonna just try and howl through it. No, we're actually not after them this time. I don't know if it's obvious here, but I am also trying to, like, grab and shore up around the spots where I'm finding and noticing these dens as being. Just so we can actually have options, because I know hell roaring and just naps in general, honestly, on Wolf Quest tend to be very sporadic with the dens, i.e. there's like a couple of territories you can nab where there's a lot of dens to choose from. And if you don't happen to get one of those, then you don't really get a lot of options. So, you know, I just want to try and get something resembling options. Okay. Don't really want to sleep on the outskirts, but as you can see from our health, we need to sleep. And let's see where that leaves us. Okay, we didn't honestly even lose much of anything there. Okay, honestly, just taking a quick look at our pack here. We're not doing too bad. The pups are about 74 pounds, so they should be about 80 in like a couple more sleep cycles, really. And their experience is doing good with all of the attacks and the hunting we've had to do just to stay alive and try and stay ahead of the game. We've been catching up pretty nicely there. And as for health and whatnot, injuries are a lot better. We only have 1 with a minor injury. Everybody's at 100% health except for the pups of the year, which is not really unexpected considering how aggressive Alan and Rock especially are. So honestly, we could be doing a lot worse there. As for our territory, it's slow going. This map is huge. If we can grab like a little bit more like this way and kind of work our way back up and around, then we'll have a pretty good chunk, but Geode is a force to be reckoned with. So if we kind of eat away like down into this area and again come back up and reinforce, we might be in a good spot and good enough for me to be happy with it. Especially if Conquests Creek, you know, kind of stays up in this area and eats its way down into there too. So I think we'll go ahead and leave that off here with the Radiant Pack and Journey's adopted family. So it's not been too bad, all things considered. A little touch and go, but that's just wintertime. So until next time, everybody, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay safe, stay happy, and until next time, we are logging out.